Okay, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 10 p.m. June 2nd, 2020, and I hope you saw the sky this evening around between 6 and 7. It was really beautiful. We had a lot of unusual clouds, a lot of altocumulus, and some really strange shaped clouds like this one. I think we were seeing some lenticular clouds. Here's another lenticular cloud formation. You can see the circular form of that. Here's some more. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful sky. Another look at it. Really nice looking skies. You can see again these altocumulus lenticularis clouds, which have like a lens shape to them. You don't see them too much here on the East Coast. Occasionally you do. It's more common out west. Here's some more. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So hopefully you got a chance to take a look at that. So looking at the current conditions right now, it's 68 at Farmingdale. Let's see what the high got up to at Farmingdale. So it got up to 76. And we had plenty of clouds around today. A little increase in humidity, but not really all that bad. Now let's go look at the climate reports, because I know we didn't get the full climate report yesterday. So let's go take a look at that. And we will be looking at the... Get it to load here. It would be great if we could get it to load. We'll first start with Islip and the monthly weather summary for Islip for May. So May, the average, we were below normal by about we were below normal by about 2 degrees for May in Islip with the temperatures. And we were also drier than normal. We had only 1.65 inches of rain. That is well below normal, below normal by 2.54 inches. And we had a trace of snow. So, yep, trace of snow, which was quite unusual to see, but we saw that. And when we look at the number of days that we had we had 14 days with light rain. So we did have a lot of days with light rain, but not a lot of heavy rain, and that resulted in the below normal precipitation for Islip. Now I'm going to look at Central Park, and we'll go ahead and look at Central Park next. So Central Park, the average... Wait a minute. I think we were looking at Central Park. Okay. All right, so that's Central Park. Let's look at Islip. My mistake... Yeah, because I was like, why is it on Central Park? All right, I do apologize for that, but that was Central Park. Now we go to Islip. So that was New York City. Now we go to Islip for the Long Island, and we were about a little less below normal, maybe 1 degree below normal with the temperatures and precipitation. We only had 1.22 inches for the whole month of May. And that is normally supposed to be C3.78, so that's 2.56 inches below normal. And we had, let's see how many days with yeah, we don't have the days, they don't mark all the days with but the average sky cover was 0.60. We had 5 fair days, 15 partly cloudy days, and 11 cloudy days. So this is interesting statistics to look at, but that's enough time with that. Let's go and look at our weather chart right now for the temperatures across the area. And temperatures have risen or stayed in the 60s and 70s as we have this warm front moving through. And you can see plenty of temperatures in the 60s generally. If we were to look at the historical, let's take a look at the historical and look at the high temperature for the day. So let's get the high max temperature. So we can look at some of the max temperatures that we occurred today. So we hit the mid-70s, generally mid-70s across most of the island, and as well as New Jersey, because there's just a lot of clouds, and that's pretty much what we're seeing. But if we pull out and we look at the high temperatures across the area, you should be able to see where the warmer air is over here, and that's going to be heading our way. You can see some 80s there over Virginia, and that's going to be heading our way. So before we talk about that, we got to talk about Tropical Storm Cristobal. That's right, Cristobal. So we have a newly formed tropical storm. Not surprising. This is the third now, so this shows you how active this is going to be. So this is mainly affecting southern Mexico and the Yucatan. But the Gulf is going to have to watch this, because once it gets into the Gulf, you know what's going to happen. It's going to strengthen quite a bit. So right now, according to the Hurricane Center, Cristobal is located at 19.1 north, 92.3 west. Maximum sustained winds at 45 miles an hour, and its movement is barely moving south at 3. So you can see it's gonna kind of go along the Yucatan, and then they don't have it becoming a hurricane at all in the Gulf. But I don't know. This really bears watching. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this for sure. We're gonna go right now to the tropical tidbits and look at some of the latest satellite imagery of Cristobal. Here it is. It's kind of disorganized, waiting for it to load. What else is new? It's taking a while for it to load, but here you can see some. You can see it's pretty disorganized, but you can definitely see a circulation there. But it is pretty weak and disorganized at the moment. So we'll have to bear watch of this and see what's going to be happening. We can look at the models and see where this is going to go. So you can see we have this high that's going to be setting up, and we have to also look at the severe weather possibility. So we're going to just run these models here. This is the GFS national view, and you'll see the chances for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow with that slow-moving cold front that's going to wind up probably stalling to the south of us. And here's Cristobal right here. You can see it's really going to get itself together in the Gulf, and GFS says it's going to make a slow landfall in New Orleans and then into southeast Texas maybe sometime at the beginning of next week. If you look at our area, you can see we're still dealing with this stall front situation. We don't really get rid of it until Sunday, and then we could have some dry weather in here next week. But again, we have that ridge building, and we do have highs. I mean, it's not like it's not a stagnant pattern, fortunately, but we will have some bouts of stall front syndrome and heat and humidity. The other thing is the possibility of severe weather. Now there's some severe weather in the upper Midwest, and you can see that marginal risk is just west of the area. There's a chance of some severe weather tomorrow, perhaps. So let's take a look at day 2's that's tomorrow's convective outlook, and see what it has. Oh boy, yeah, this is So you can see that we are in Long Island is in the marginal risk, but just to our south, it's a slight risk of severe weather. And you have this slow-moving cold front, plenty of humidity in the air, and energy to fuel some storms. And I think that we're going to see a good chance of that tomorrow. So I'm going to go flip to the mesoscale models now to show you this front moving through tomorrow. So tomorrow you can see we start off with the chance of showers, some showers here. That's in the early morning hours. Then we dry, and then we have this next batch that approaches our area later in the afternoon. I'm guessing this would be the cold front. And you can see it really starts flaring up right around, I would say it's around 4 o'clock, and then explodes to the south of us. We may just miss the timing on this, but we'll have to see what happens. Depends on how destabilized the atmosphere gets. And then you can see that front kind of just stuck to the south of us for Thursday. You can see this is the NAM 12 kilometer. We can look at the NAM 3 kilometer. It's hard to predict severe weather as far as where these storms are going to set up, but you can clearly see this almost looks like a mesoscale convective complex here that's coming down out of New York, upstate New York, and then working its way over the island. And again, this is in the middle of the afternoon, and then it kind of just goes to the south of us, and then we're dry after that. But this could be pretty intense here. You can see some purples in there. These cells could be pretty intense, and so we have this being indicated here on the NAM. I will look at the HRRR as well. Let's see if we can go to the other one, because we don't have. Yeah, this is the other HRRR. This has more. So here's a look at tomorrow. See some showers in the morning, maybe a thunderstorm, but the activity is generally going to have to be watched in the afternoon with this front. And it's hard to say exactly where it's going to form, but we could have, like I said, some activity, thunderstorm activity in the afternoon. And if we look at the dew points here, you'll see what the issue is here. We are going to have high dew points in the area, so it's going to be pretty humid. I don't usually use the HRRR for dew points, but it's got a higher resolution, so I kind of want to show you that we're going to have dew points well into the 60s. It's going to be pretty humid, and if the sun comes out, it's going to cause a lot of instability. And you can see this cold front just to the north of us. That's going to have a hard time making it through. And if you look at the wind barbs, you'll also see there's a sea breeze, but it's weak. It's going to be a westerly flow. You're not really going to feel the sea breeze unless you're on the south shore. So we can look at the temperatures too as well on the HRRR, and you can see it has it heating up quite a bit, especially over Jersey. So you can see it has us getting well into the 80s, and then over Jersey it could hit 90 perhaps tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me, and that will really fuel the storms. You can see there's like the cooler air right here. That's happening. I want to go to the GFS too, because this is what you call soundings. So we're going to look at this too, at these soundings. This is a good way to tell instability too. So we're requesting a sounding here, and you can see, yeah, this kind of unstable air here that we have that's going to help fuel these storms. And we're going to have to be on the lookout for them. It's hard to say exactly where it's going to occur. I think the best chances are going to be over New Jersey, where it'll be a little hotter. But we're going to have to keep an eye on it. Either way, looking at the temperatures tomorrow, you're getting at least 80 degrees in the inland away from the south shore. Hopefully will stay in the 70s. Thursday, it's a little cooler, but not by much. Upper 70s, low 80s. And then for Friday, still dealing with the warmth ahead of this. We're trying to get this cold front through, and more warmth on Saturday. Obviously, I'm very concerned with the unrest going on with this heat and the fact that everything's still closed. That's why I think we need to open things up. You know, I'm concerned about it. It's going to be hot again. I mean, if it's really bad, I might do my own civil disobedience, and you know what that civil disobedience would be already. So 90 on Saturday, and then 90 in New Jersey, probably not Long Island. 80s for Long Island, and then we cool down to the 70s on Sunday, and 70s, which is right around sea. It's supposed to be around 75, 76 degrees as we head into the early part of June. Up near 80 on Tuesday. Looking at next week, we see more chances for heat, perhaps. Maybe more over New Jersey, but no really severe heat. It's heat here and there, but nothing terrible. But what's going to make it feel bad is the humidity. So we're going to look at the humidity here on the GFS. And you'll see here as we go into the Wednesday, you'll see those dew points come up. You see the wind arrow saying southwest. So I'm thinking the South Shore should have a sea breeze and keep it more comfortable. But it will be humid nonetheless. And then Thursday, we see the humidity drop slightly. You could see where that front is kind of set up right over our area. And just with that front in the area, there could be a slight chance of a shower, perhaps on Thursday, very slight. And then Friday, that humidity comes right back in the picture again. Dew points rising again to the mid-60s. And Saturday will also be humid as well, waiting for this front, which doesn't really pass through until Sunday and gets the dew points down to around 50. And then we have dry air. Monday, Tuesday, it looks decent. Wednesday, the humidity, it still stays dry. So, and it looks like then we have an easterly flow setting up. So hopefully that'll keep the humidity away toward the end of next week. But it's going to be a brutal with the humidity the next couple of days. I think we're going to definitely be dealing with that humidity, and that always makes it worse. It always does. Go now look at the skies. So plenty of clouds around tomorrow, but there could be a few hazy breaks here and there. Thursday you can see plenty of clouds to the stall front. Same thing Friday. Saturday we clear it out. Sunday, and then it improves, and then we have better weather for next week. But the stall front is going to be a problem for sure. Let me go back to 12-kilometer NAM here, and this is the 0Z 12 kilometer. So because this doesn't go far enough out, I want to look at Thursday on this to see. Slight chance of shower. It would be very scattered and mostly to the south of the area. Friday, maybe a little bit of a better chance of showers, mainly inland. Saturday, can't go that far out on this. We can look at the GFS as well. So here's Saturday on the GFS. You can see there's that front coming through, and then we're better. Let's just see. I'm curious. We'll go through Saturday night, and we'll see how much rain the models are saying that we are going to get from these thunderstorms. So Some of them could bring an inch of rain, and we really need an inch or more of rain because it's been dry now in May. We're going into June dry. Um, so we could actually use some really good downpours in our area. Hopefully we can get some. That's the GFS. Seems to think that we will get some. How about the NAM? Okay, so you know that's not going far enough out. So let's bring that out. So the NAM also seems to indicate at least some areas will see an inch. The other areas will see closer to a half an inch. But hopefully these thunderstorms will produce some heavy rain because we really do need some good downpours. It's not only because we're it's dry and that makes the pollen worse. So I'm hoping that will help things. So let's go look at the windy.com model. And I mean, if you want to look at the NAM, I guess we can look at the NAM 3 kilometer and go ahead and look at the sky cover and see how that handles the sky cover for the next. Again, I got to use the 18Z because I want to see how this handles tomorrow with the sky. So yeah, there'll be some breaks, and that might help get it, fuel a little more instability. Looks like the breaks would be more over New Jersey. And then Thursday, we're going to have a few more breaks in the clouds. A partly sunny day. I think it won't be all that clear. And that's as far out as I got on that. So let's go to the windy.com site and look at the European model. And this will give us also higher resolution temperature. You know what I also want to do? Let me go to Ventu Sky as well, which is a site we haven't used as well. So I'm going to use Ventu Skies. It's got some other tools on here regarding thunderstorm threats, such as CAPE. Alright, so let's move this along to tomorrow, the 3rd, Wednesday, and we'll see what kind of CAPE we're going to have tomorrow here. So yeah, you could see some pretty high CAPE off to the northwest, and then that comes over our area probably in the afternoon. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is around 2 o'clock, and there could be some pretty strong storms around Long Island and New Jersey right around that time. And then we still have some CAPE instability remaining a little later on here in the later afternoon. And still, this is at 8 o'clock. We still have CAPE off to the west. So we have the instability there for these storms to form. So definitely going to keep an eye on that. We'll use this with the temperature too and show you how this handles the temperature though. So this is noon, and it already has us well into the 80s, even on the South Shore. To be right on the South Shore, maybe to be in the 70s. It's because of that westerly flow that's going to kill us, and that's why it's not going to be as much of a marine flow. So that would help, fuel the thunderstorms. Still at 2 o'clock, you could see. But look over here, you could kind of see where the thunderstorms are and where it's a little cooler. And this uses the HRRR model. This is set at using the HRRR for this. And then it's cooler after the storms move through. This is around 4 o'clock, I'll say. 4 o'clock, we're in the 70s. So hopefully the storms will cool us off. Hopefully. We'll use windy.com next and look at some of the heat that we're going to be dealing with tomorrow again. Kind of like the one, and this is the Euro model. So that uses the HRRR. This is using the European model. So let's see what the heat looks like around 2 o'clock tomorrow. So you see, so it does have a sea breeze on the South Shore. Middle of the island is hotter. 2 p.m. So it is cooler on the South Shore. Let's take a look at Thursday. So same deal. It does have a sea breeze for the South Shore. 70s in the afternoon probably. Middle of the island's going to be closer to 80. Let's look at Friday. Same deal. And then Saturday. Saturday could be a little hotter. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out. We're gonna look at New Jersey now for tomorrow. Put this like 4 p.m. now. Jersey's gonna be hot. Jersey's gonna be close to 90. Tom's River's gonna make a run at 90 tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Thursday probably. Maybe more of a sea breeze on Thursday. And a little less of a sea breeze on Friday. So, and again, if you look at these dew points, it's going to be humid. So, for your Wednesday, you can see the humidity is going to be high. Dew points well into the 60s. And the humidity isn't really going to get a whole lot better on Thursday, just slightly. Friday, back into it again. Saturday, still dealing with the humidity. Very humid on Saturday. This has dew points approaching 70. and then we improve on Sunday. Very concerned with this humidity, and still this model still keeps some humidity around even on Sunday. So, you know how much I hate the humidity. I absolutely hate it. It makes it's one thing that's hot, but when you got the humidity, it just makes it unbearable. And not being able to go inside places, look, I may be doing some disobedience and sitting inside, and hopefully the police don't get called on me, because I'll have heat stroke if I go out and try to sit out in that heat and humidity if it's too bad, So, I mean, hopefully the police aren't dicks and let me just sit in there, You never know. This is why we have what we have right now, and I'm worried that the unrest, this heat and the humidity, the unrest is going to grow. And I'll just say, I think the president should send in the military, and I think that the governor as well as the mayor of New York need to be removed, and we need to be opened. Like, if I was the president, I'd say, you know what, you got to open in 7 days, or I'm going to remove all of you. That's it. Because this unrest is in part due to the shutdown, and we got to reopen all the restaurants, malls, schools, everything. This is the damage that's being done. You know how I feel about it. I know this is a weather update, but I'm really concerned with the heat and the humidity coming. This is going to get really bad. And Trump, people think he's too hardline. I don't think he's hardline enough. If I were him, I would have had Cuomo removed by now. All right, that's my own opinion. But anyway, I should leave it out of the weather update. I'm sorry, but I think the weather's going to play a role on how bad things could get. So that's going to be it. Take care, and thank you for watching. And be safe, man. Be safe, and let's pray for peace.